Hey everybody, Dominic welcome to this edition of the clinic, and I am going to show you the drill instructor way to make a one rail kick shot. Let's get started. So there's three basic techniques that I'm going to teach you. You can watch this over and over if you need to. The first is the parallel method, the second is the pivot method, and the third is the BRAC method. And each one of these in order go from pretty good, really good, perfect. And so let's look at the parallel method first. You find the center of the 2 points that you're aiming at. You find the base of the cue ball to the base of the one ball. Find the center. Point to your mirror. Now wherever this one ball is on the table, that cue ball floats up the cushion till it's exactly perpendicular. That's the mirror. If the one ball were here, same thing. There's your mirror. Okay, so the technique's going to be exactly the same in either case. Right here, since I'm just hanging out in front of the pocket, I have a mirror directly across. So the base of the destination from the base of the origination, I find the center, I pivot, point to the mirror. Memorize one word, one rail kick, mirror. Pick it up, there's the parallel shift. Now keep in mind, don't let the front go this way and don't let the back go this way. That's why I said this method it's pretty good. But if you don't get this parallel down right, you'll have trouble. You can use diamonds to practice and make sure you stay in alignment and then see if you're not, which one is getting out of alignment. So in this case, you want to find the center of the 2 spots, point to the mirror, pick it up, parallel shift. Now, where do you hit the cue ball? Always hit the center axis of the cue ball, and I recommend if we're just trying to pocket the ball and stay within the general vicinity, half a tip above center, and use, in this particular case, I'd use a 2+2 speed. You understand my speed system, okay? Which is from the base of the table here, that's a 1, that's a 2. But look at where I'm at. I'm going to hit the cushion. That's about half the table. That's the other half of the table. That would be the equivalent of basically a 2-speed. But keep in mind, every time you touch a cushion with the cue ball, you lose 1 of the diamond distances when I go +1, +2. So from example, from the cue ball here to a 1-speed, this would be a +1, this would be a +2. The same as this would be a -1, -2 on a 1-speed. So the cushion is going to take off at pocket speed. It's going to take off a full half point, and you want to need to make sure you have that adjustment. So if I use the perfect 2-speed from here, I'm going to just probably tap the ball in and sit there. So if I use a 2+2, then that's going to give me enough that I could actually have bumped into the rail and came out to about mid-table. All right, that was all covered during how to master cue ball speed control, and that was during another clinic. You could go to the drillinstructor.us, join DITV. You have my entire library of books, video books, clinics, classes, all kinds of cool stuff. So right from there, pivot, pick it up, parallel, take the shot. I just want to make the ball, so I'm coming at half a tip above center. I'm going to make sure I'm at center. I'm not left or right by accident. I'm going to roll the cue ball, and I should basically come right into that ball with no real problem. Okay, much harder. If you want to get that cue ball to go flying up table for the next shot, you got to come in rail first. You'll make the adjustment, and how you make that adjustment is from this point to that point where that cue ball is right now. You find the center of those 2 points, pivot, point to the mirror, and then pick it up in parallel. I can already see that I'm a little bit further down, so that I'd be going rail first. Okay, the second method. This is the pivot. The pivot method might seem a bit more involved and complex, but it takes what's a good method, which is parallel shifting, to a really good technique. This one is very accurate. Here's what it looks like. You're going to, from this position here, This is what my destination. This is my mirror. Remember, one rail kicking always memorizes the same one word, mirror. So from here, I'm perpendicular to the rail. I pivot pointing to the destination. I bring the cue back between the cue and the mirror. I want to double check it. Sure, why not? And if you had to make an adjustment, roll the cue. Don't slide it. Roll the cue. And then perpendicular to the rail, right in, back to the cue ball, boom. Now, here's what that looks like so you can understand. Once I go perpendicular to the rail, and then I pivot to the destination. Okay, so far? Once I pull this back, as I pull this back between the two marks, and I spin over here to double check it, look what I just created. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Like a good pirate map. X marks the spot. Exactly. So that's why from this position here, when I drew the cue stick back, and then I went perpendicular to the rail, that's why it shows me precisely what I'm aiming at. So, you got that? Go back over it again if you need. But this takes the parallel system, which is good, which is okay, because if you don't get that parallel right, you're in trouble. And it's easy to get that wrong, which is the problem. This doesn't require parallel shifting. It's very exact. So that's why this makes this very good. So when you see this in reality, here's what it looks like when I'm in competition, okay? I'm going to assess the situation. I determine I just want to make this ball. I don't need to go flying anywhere else. I don't need rail first. I just want to hit the ball. So simple, perpendicular to the rail, pivot to the destination. Yes, you can do this in a game. Okay, come back here, put a little weight on the forearm, make sure. Remember, roll the cue to be sure if you're in position. And then perpendicular to the rail, pivot back to the destination. And then once again, half a tip above center. Just want to roll the ball because I just want to make the ball, okay? Then the third method is the BRAC, the bank rail angle calculator. I know a lot of you have this, and thank you to all of you. And you can go to thedrillinstructor.us and get a bank rail angle calculator. Why? Because it's going to teach you 1 rail kicking, 2 rail kicking, banks, plus your 30-degree and your 90-degree caroms. It's all in there with a full tutorial on YouTube. I give you everything in detail how to use this. Okay, so same ball position. The difference is I step back. I'm reasonably center looking at the mirror, reasonable. I lift it up. I find the center to look at the mirror. I use the destination. Now my left line is over the 1. My right line is over the cue. And boom. It's showing me precisely the point of the rail I'm supposed to aim at. It's that simple. Now, if you can't use it in competition, that's not what I'm trying to promote. This is a training tool. It'll help you learn that your parallel shifting was exactly perfect or your pivot system was exactly perfect. It proves you're getting it right when you're using the mechanical methods, which is in all likelihood what you'll have to do in competition. So even if I did a parallel shift, pivot to the mirror, pick it up, bring it back. Okay, that's my spot. Put the chalk there, take out my BRAC. Double check myself, and yeah, it actually likes my chalk about another ½ an inch further, right down there. Either way, the bank rail angle calculator, it gives you the position on the rail you need to shoot at, just like that. It's really, really quick. Come down here, take the shot. Remember, be careful of your speed and roll the ball center, and then pocket the ball, and you're good to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, 1 rail kicking is a big deal. It comes up in virtually every game at some point. And it's a great way of giving yourself an opportunity to get out of defensive plays or bad roll situations or whatever the case may be. You want to know that parallel method, you want to learn that pivot method, and you want to consider getting yourself a bank rail angle calculator so that'll prove your parallel and your pivots and whatever other system you're using. It doesn't matter. This will give you absolute proof to where you aim at the rail. The drillinstructor.us is where you'll find it. And I want to thank everybody tonight for being with me. God bless you. Aim straight, shoot straight, split the pockets. That is the drill instructor way. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.